Photoshop Beta just launched something that is blowing my mind. Check it out. I was going through all my feeds this morning on my phone like I normally do, and I saw that Photoshop launched this new beta feature, and I had to try it out for myself. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical at first, but after playing with it for a little bit, I think there's really something here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump over to the computer, we're gonna take a deep dive and look at it. Let's do that. Let's jump right into it. I'm in the Photoshop beta right now, and I do want to call out I needed to do an update in order to get this new feature, so make sure you're on the latest version of the Photoshop beta. But I'm going to start by doing a new file, and I'm going to do my 2560 by 1440. We only need it to be 8-bit, RGB, all that looks good. So let's create this file. Perfect. So everything looks pretty normal. Looks like the Photoshop we know and love, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and I'm going to get some files so we can start working on this. I'm going to start by grabbing a background image in Pexels. This is just a royalty-free website where I can get some free images. So I'm going to download this and I'm going to throw this into Photoshop. Now I need to get some other things. So I actually went off camera and I gathered some objects that we're going to place into this, and we're going to see what we can do with this new update. So the first object I grabbed was this cactus. Kind of makes sense, right? We're in the desert. So I wanted to keep it a little bit normal just to start out with. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to remove the background. So let's confirm that, and then let's remove the background. It's really crazy that I could just press a button and remove the background, because check that out. That's already like 90% of the way there. It would have taken me forever back in the day, but I don't have to go and use the pen tool anymore. So that's pretty cool. But that's not the new update. You guys already know about that. New update. If I click this, make sure to grab the actual layer. If you see here, I have the transform image button. If I click this, this is new right here, rotate object. And this is what blew my mind when I saw it. So let's click it and see what happens. So for the first time, I'm going to actually let this sit here and load. But going forward, I'll probably skip all the loading times. But I'd like you to have a realistic idea of how long this takes. Cool, so now you'll see some new objects here. So we've got this little rotation. I mean, this is the magic. Check that out. I can't even comprehend how it, I mean, I think I know how it's doing it, but this is so mind-blowing. I know you guys have probably had clients be like, can you turn something around? I know you're like, it's a photo. No, I can't do it, but now I guess apparently you can do it. So I can do a 360 rotation with this. Blowing my mind. I can actually do a rotation too here, so I can go up and down. That's nuts. So I want to change maybe the perspective a little bit. Maybe I want to do like this backside. I don't know, something like that's cool, right? Is that cool? Yeah, let's do like here. Let's put this back over here, and then I can change the perspective as well. So I mean, that's just nuts. It really is nuts. All right, so let's put this here. I think I'm happy with that. Maybe I want to angle it a little bit more. Maybe I want to rotate it. Crazy. Let's confirm this. Let's click done. So now it's going to enhance it. It just gave us a quick little rough view, but now it's going to do an enhancement. So that took about the same amount of time as the initial rotation. But look at that. I mean, it looks the same. It's rotated. And let's bring in the original one more time so we can see. So here's the original. I mean, look at that. This is a totally different angle. I don't even know how I would have done this in the past. I would have obviously like skewed and morphed and everything, but it never would have been like an actual 360 rotation. So that's pretty nuts. All right, let's do another one. All right, so I got this rocket ship here. Let's do the same thing. Let's remove the background. So we've got this cool little rocket. The composition is not going to be great. This is my first time playing with this. I just wanted to bring it on camera for you guys. So let's do the same thing. Let's transform it, and let's click Rotate Object. And again, now I have this 360 rotation. I don't know how many times I have to see this till it doesn't blow my mind, but I feel like it's going to blow my mind every time. It's so cool. It just gives me like a quick 3D model. So look, I could have it maybe looking like it's going to be taking off. So now it looks like it's coming towards us. I can rotate it. So maybe I want it to look like it's flying. So insane. And then again, can change that perspective. All right, that's pretty cool. So let's apply this. Okay, so now you see we have this Harmonize feature. And this is also a new feature. But this is going to allow the lighting and the shadows and everything to look like it's part of this scene. So I've moved this object. I've got it looking exactly how I like it. Now I can actually make it look like it's blended into the scene and it's one cohesive view. And now I can cycle through the different options. So I think I like 3 the best. That's pretty cool. I like how the shadows casted. And let's do it with our cactus as well. All right, so we've got 3 views for this one as well. We've got the shadow. It's going the same. Look at that. It looks like it's just doing the same thing as this tree right here. got it at the base. The highlights and the shadows and everything look cohesive with the scene. So if I click off and I just let go, it's crazy that I was able to make this. If I zoom in, everything looks like it should be. The lighting's matching. The rotation's the same. Really crazy. All right, I'm having way too much fun with this. Let's do another one. We're going to do the same, 2560 by 1440. So we've got this blank canvas. Perfect. This time, let's look for like a kitchen table. I feel like this is something I've had to do in the past where I've had a table or some type of view like that, and I needed to get something perfectly on there. All right, I think I like this one. This one's pretty cool. So let's download this. We'll place this into the canvas, make sure it fills the frame, something like that. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw like a fork right here. So let's find a fork. I'm gonna paste it inside of our project, and we're gonna place it right here. You obviously can tell this does not look right. It's out of place. So we're gonna see if we can fix that. We're gonna go back to the transform, and we're gonna rotate object. So now we've got this rotated fork. It seems to know that it's a fork, which is great. Trying to like get the scale right in my head. Just some practice, trial and error stuff here. But all right, let's confirm this one. So now we've got this fork at the right angle, right? And so let's harmonize it. All right, check that out. I mean, that's pretty nuts. It's not perfect, obviously, but like it's pretty dang close. I probably wouldn't even think twice about this if I didn't know I just did this. And just to remind you, here it is again. Here's that fork. It doesn't look real because it's probably a rendering. It's not the right orientation. I mean, this would have been so hard to do before this feature. That's nuts. Let's do some more because I'm having fun with this. All right, I'm going to grab a picture of a desk. I feel like this is something I used to battle with all the time is like product shots. I used to work for a tech company and we were always doing like phone mock-ups. So let's see if I can do this in a good way. All right, I've got this photo of this guy at a desk. Now I'm going to get a photo of an iPhone. All right, I've got this photo of this iPhone, so I'm going to get this the right size. We're going to remove the background, turn on the rotate object. Cool, so now let's see if we can match this to the desk. All right, I think this is close. It may not be perfect, but it'll be close enough. And then we're going to harmonize it. All right, let's scroll through these effects. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? So we have no phone, nothing exists here, and then we have phone there. I mean, again, if you weren't looking for it and you didn't know, I think you would be fooled that this is not a real phone. Also, the fact that it took me like 2 minutes to do it is really crazy. Like this makes my life so much easier. There's obviously probably so many more cool things you can do with this, but I wanted to jump in here and just give my quick initial reactions. Overall, I'm blown away. I can't wait to see how I actually utilize this in real graphic design work and come up with some cool illustrations and posters and whatnot, but I wanted to show you guys this while it's fresh. Let me know what you think in the comments. Guys, I really want to know what you think about this. I'm kind of pumped about it. I think this is really cool for production work and it's just going to make my life so much easier. But that doesn't matter. I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to get back to every one of you. Until the next one, guys, you know what to do. Peace.